Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say shalom. This is your brother Yeshaya coming at you again through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And the title of this lesson will be The Fear of the Names Yahweh and Yahawashai Will Fill the Earth. Something along those lines. Still haven't really decided what to title it, but pretty much the fear that the nations once had of our power Yahweh, that same fear is going to be on the earth here soon. We're seeing the plagues starting to build up. We're seeing the talk of, the Hebrew Israelites. The Bible is the centerpiece of attention right now because that's where the prophecies are at. That's where the prophecies are located, right? When you go into, forgot exactly what verse it is, but it says, let me see, bear with me, right here. Isaiah 34:16, it says, seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Talking about the prophecies, man. Right? Not one is going to fail. And there's another part in the scriptures where it says, it talks to the heathen, right, and their idols to produce their cause. See if I can pull it up. This is Isaiah 41 and I'll start at 21. Just get to the point. It says, produce your cause, saith Yahweh. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show them former things, what they be, and what that we may consider them, and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Show the things that are to come hereafter, and what that we may know that ye are gods. Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. So you see, and that's the Most High calling out these other idols, man, because we know that these idols, they're like that word idol means. It means worthless, useless, right? Because they're just devices or imaginations made by man. You know what I'm saying? It's they have no true power, right? But our power, Yahweh, right? Now, again, going back to the point, that fear is going to come back on the earth because the prophets are out here. We're proclaiming what's going to come to pass through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, right? Through the Holy Spirit that has been put upon us. We have been out here as ambassadors to proclaim the return of our Lord Yahushai and in the fashion that he's coming and the things, the events that's going to take place before his return, right? And all this is coming out straight from the scriptures, right? So that alone is going to add, once everything happens, right? Once everything comes to pass, that's going to add a level of validity to the scriptures. Even though, the scriptures itself don't need no validation, the word is the word, the truth is the truth, right? But again, that fear, because you see the nations, they don't fear uh, 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 our power. They don't fear the scriptures or that same fear that was once upon the earth ain't here no more. After the first Exodus, that same fear these heathens had, it ain't here no more. But that's because, uh, again, the Israelites have been taken down, have been dethroned. Esau and these nations had their way with us, so they feel like, the Most High ain't here no more. But the Most High is being made known in these times again, right? And the Most High has always been around. The Most High, is always here. The Most High is always working, You know, all the judgments that go forth, that's been going forth. You know, all the events that's taking place. I mean, the Most High is in everything, right? But the point being that these heathen had this delusion that, the Most High is gone, or like that one demon, Yuval Noah Harari, says that God is dead. All that the hard part is hiding the body. So all those blasphemous words and shit that these heathens say, there's gonna come a time where they're gonna pay for everything they said, right? The scriptures talk about how every idle word, you should take account uh, in the day of judgment, roughly paraphrasing, right? So every idle word and everything that these heathens and even 2/3 of Jake have been saying by mocking and scoffing the word, the prophets, right? Uh, it's all gonna come to an end, right? And we're gonna see them swallow down those words here soon come, right? Because the things and the events that's coming and taking place is nowhere broken down but in the Bible, right? The scriptures, right? And the Most High is the one that's making it come to fruition, right? But anyway, uh, let's go ahead and jump into this lesson. We're gonna start off with Joshua 2 and verse 1. It says, "And Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab, and lodged there." So this is after the Exodus, right, out of Egypt. How pretty much we went to the land of Jericho, and Joshua sent 2 men out to spy out the land, right? But I'm going to continue on. Verse 2. "And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither to the tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went, I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof." So Rahab had lied unto her countrymen, right? And ultimately, when you read further down to the story, she receives protection because of what she did, right? The whole town was destroyed. Everybody was killed except for her and her household, right? But let me continue on, getting down to the point. It says, verse 7, Joshua 2 and 7. "And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords, and as soon as they were pursued, and as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. And she said unto the men, I know that Yahawah hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you." You see, so that what happened in Egypt, the events, the news about that, all that carried out throughout the whole known world back at the time. Everybody knew about it. Everybody shuddered whenever the Israelites were walking past their town or their city or whatever, right? Everybody was, terrified. They were frightened because they heard of what happened back in Egypt. They heard of all the plagues and the pestilences that Yahweh brought forth unto Pharaoh, the sea splitting and all that, man, right? Because Egypt was the greatest kingdom back in those days. That was like number one, right? And they got brought down. They got pretty much dismantled. It became it became a shadow of its former self, right? And again, that the stories, that because you best believe there was trade. There was always trade going on. So the merchants that were going and trading with Egypt, they came and brought news back home, and you know, share what happened, and so everything was uh was pretty much known at this time of what happened, right? But it says, continuing on, verse 10, for we have heard how Yahweh dried up the river, dried up the water of the Red Sea for you. See, so they heard it. They heard about the sea, being divided, right? The Most High creating a path for, the Israelites to walk through, right? It says, when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites. See, so they heard about the battles, right? And were on the other side Jordan, Sion and Og, or Sion and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. You see? Verse 11, and as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt. You see? So everybody in that city, they were terrified, man. They were afraid of the Israelites. They were afraid of Yahweh, right? It says, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahweh, your power, he is power in heaven above and in earth beneath. So you see? And back then, the whole world shuddered at that, man. The whole world was afraid. They didn't dare, tempt the Israelites. Of course they were scared, so they would try to fight back, but that fear broke their morale, you know. But hey, that same fear is coming back. That same fear is gonna be put back on these heathen, right? Now let me get this. This is in Revelation, Salakia. Revelation 15 and verse I'll start at 1. It says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So these are the elect, in their chariot, looking down upon the destruction of America, right? In verse 3, it says, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh, Lord, power almighty, just and true are thy works, thou kings of saints, or thou king of saints, right? It says, verse 4, who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. You see? So it says, who shall not fear thee? Right after the destruction of America, after that nuclear devastation and the battle that Yahushua is going to have with Esau's military and the nations, first of all, Yahushua is going to come. He's going to just quickly, wrap it up. It's going to be child's play, right? Scriptures talk about he's going to do away with this place with a speedy riddance, right? Scriptures talk about even 1 hour, right? In 1 hour, this place is gonna be destroyed, right? Even another one, when you hear it says Lucifer falling down from heaven as lightning. I beheld it says, yeah, Lucifer fall down from heaven as lightning, right? So as lightning, you know how fast lightning falls, man. How fast lightning is. That's how fast Esau's gonna fall, man. It's gonna be uh the quickest how do I even say it? But yeah, just the quickest um dethroning, or the quickest uh destruction of a country. You know, it's gonna be so quick and so easy that that terror, that fear is gonna be in everybody's hearts, man, and it's gonna carry out to eternity. And no one is gonna ever dare to try to come up against us. After that, of course, we're gonna have spiritual powers in that time, so in the kingdom, so uh it'll be suicide. But just the story alone, of how Yahweh sent his son Yahawashah to come and deliver us. The fashion, of that great deliverance is gonna be unparalleled. You know, like just hearing it, is gonna send shivers down these heathen spines, man. Right? So that's why it says, verse 4, Revelation 15:4, who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, and glorify thy name. You see? So, um, the point being, is that the name Yahweh, after our exodus from Egypt, had gained fame, and it was feared among the nations, but that same type of fear is going to soon fill the world once again, right? That same type of fear uh, uh, is going to come back once these plagues start ramping up. Once these plagues start ramping up, the Most High starts, speeding up the times, starts, really getting down, because we see the time speeding up now, man. But once we start seeing the Most High really getting down, really bringing out them heavy judgments upon the people, you know, and the ultimate destruction of America happens, right, by the right hand of the Most High, which is Yahweh Shah. That fear is going to be upon the earth, right? Now, when you go into Exodus, 9th chapter, and you go down to verse 13, well, I'm going to start at 13. It says, and Yahweh said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and say unto him, thus saith Yahweh, power of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. Right? So in that same fashion, we are also, by making these videos, going out there in the highways and byways, the scriptures talk about how that it may reach the gates of the nobles, right? So this word has reached into the gates of the nobles. It has reached the ears of the elite, the ears of your governors, your mayors, your presidents, right? Your what do they call them? The people in the Senate and all that shit. I forgot the name of this. Congressmen, right? So it has reached unto them, right? That's the reason why they're out here, worried about Jake, you know, growing and expanding in this thing. So that's the reason why they had to send out these agents to try to deviate, you know, people from receiving the truth. But of course, we understand, the elect, they can't be deviated. The elect are not going to be plucked out of the Most High's hands, right? The elect are the elect for a reason, because they're going to endure to the end and they're going to be saved, right? But going back, Exodus 9 and 13, I'm going to read it again. It says, and Yahweh said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and say unto him, thus saith Yahweh, power of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. Right? So in that same fashion, we are coming in that same stead as Moses, right? Coming sent by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? To push his word out. We don't have to go condemn these Edomites, condemn these heathen nations, condemn 2/3, right? But calling out also the elect, right? So verse 14, it says, for I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart and upon thy servants and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. Right? So the same way the Most High did back in the day, the plagues and all the death and the destruction that was caused by that, the same fashion he's doing it now, right? Why? It says that they mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. It's all to glorify him, to glorify Yahweh, right? His name, right? And that in the same way he's doing it now, man. He sends out his prophets, tells the prophets go out there and say what's going to happen before it happens, saying that it's the Most High that's doing this, the Most High Yahweh, and it happens, and hey, all the glory goes to him, right? All the exaltment goes unto Yahweh, right? So it says, verse 15, uh, for I, for now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. You see? So that's the reason why Pharaoh was raised up in the position that he was in, right? So great and mighty back in that time. The same way now, Esau has been made great and mighty, right, upon the earth. You know, no one can challenge him, right? Hey, but he's been raised up to this point, to this level, so that way he can be taken down, right? Right? So it says, Salakia. So again, just as Pharaoh was set up in a position that was of high esteem, Esau also has been set up in a position so great that whosoever takes him down will be feared, right? But the fashion that the Most High is going to destroy Esau's kingdom will be so terrible that it will be remembered forever, right? And feared, right? So again, that's the reason why Esau has the power that he has, right? So that the more uh the name of Yahweh and Yahweh shall be exalted and praised, right? So let's get from here, let's get Psalm 83 and verse 13. It says, "O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, and that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth." See? So the Most High brings those judgments, man, in order to make his name be known, right? And again, his name alone is Yahweh, right? That's the only name. It ain't God. It ain't Yahweh. It ain't all these other, titles and names that the world tries to give them. It's Yahweh, right? That's the proper name of the Heavenly Father. All right. Now, but again, just restating the point, you know, this is all to exalt Yahweh, his name, right? And like I said, soon that same fear that, people had back in after the Exodus, that, or even after the flood, they used to call him Allah Shadia, demon like power, because they understood well, they were able to recollect the destruction that was that took place uh, during the flood, right? Destroyed almost everybody besides 8 souls, 8 people. Noah and his sons and their wives. That was all that remained. You know, but let me get Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers." You see, so this next Exodus is going to be remembered forever and overshadow the first, right? And all the heathen will remember it, and hey, they're going to fear it as well, you know? But yeah, man, hey, the times they're coming into, man, are going to be great, going to be marvelous. All these people that doubted, that made fun and light of the truth, made fun and light of the prophets, are soon going to be desiring, and seeking after the prophets. They're going to be desiring this truth, right? Because hey, the Most High is in the mindset of, you're going to get down or you're going to lay down, right? If you ain't trying to get down with this, hey, soon the Most High is just going to steamroll over you, man, right? There's no negotiating. There's no middle ground. No, there's none of that, right? You're either gonna get down or you're gonna lay down. And at the end, hey, you're gonna end up fearing the Lord regardless, man. You know, his power and his presence is going to be made known here soon, right? And this is why we implore our people to get right. You know, get right, turn back to the Lord, because you're either gonna get an ass whooping or you're gonna get a blessing. And we see in 2/3 of our people, they're heading down the path of destruction, heading down the path of, you know, of getting their asses whooped. You know, pretty much destroyed, really. So, again, hey, that fear is coming back, man. That fear of Yahweh and Yahawashi, hey, all that is gonna be brought back here soon, man. So I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and root well. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm gonna say, Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah.